Hi there. Today I want to talk with parents who are struggling with a difficult child and who are also interested in building their child's self-esteem and their self-confidence. And I'm talking about this because I heard a parent talking about their difficult child recently. And I do hear parents mention it sometimes within earshot of their kids. And I totally get why you're talking about your child if you're having a difficult time with them, because it's hard, right? It's a struggle. And I also want to offer you another option because labeling your child can be really hard on them. And of course, we want to protect our kids' self-esteem and their self-confidence. Um, so, and lots of parents, of course, refer to their kids this way. And I think it really stems, I was thinking about it after I heard it the other day, and I think it really stems still from the authoritarian parenting that we're transitioning from to more of a connected parenting approach, at least some parents are. In the authoritarian approach, of course, the kids are expected to just behave, right? There's no expectation of connection or leading them in a different way. And also, I think it's partly a legacy of a lot of the parents who are parenting now may not have had caregivers or parents of their own who were able to emotionally attune to them, right? And so the language that we're using when we talk about our child being difficult is really making the situation about us rather than about them, right? Because what's actually happening is you as a parent are having a difficult time with your child, right? So as differentiated from your child being difficult. So I also just wanted to mention that lots of parents who have sensitive kids or kids with intense emotions also are super sensitive themselves, and lots of parents in that situation don't have enough support. So I think it's really easy for parents to feel like their child is too much for them, that whatever their child is however their behavior is or whatever they're dealing out emotionally feels like too much, and it's a bit overwhelming. And so the tendency, of course, is for us to want to, fix the problem by getting our kids to change their behavior. So what I'm suggesting to you today is an alternative option, which is to frame the situation as in I, the parent, am struggling, right? Because really it's about your experience and whether or not you feel like you have the knowledge and the experience or the strategies, or just the, enough fuel left in your tank that day to be able to deal with whatever's going on with your child. And again, I really do empathize. I know it's hard. What I'm talking about here is just a little bit of a gentle difference in the language that we use, because it's the difference between being able to support our kids to have confidence versus, they often pick up on the way we talk about them. So it's just the difference between building confidence in our kids or kind of laying something on them that isn't really theirs. And by the same token, we can also talk about the struggle that our children are having, right? So as opposed to saying they're difficult, Jenny has a really difficult time, when it's time to leave a play date, right? I really struggle when Jenny does blah, 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 right? So it's just about owning the experience and speaking to the struggle rather than labeling. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions or comments, just pop them below.